started playing violin at the age of 3. My parents forced me to do that, and I was not into that at all. And every day I had to do like a minimum of 2 hours of practice, and I did that all the way up till I was 18. But at age 10, I picked up guitar, and that was kind of like my escape from violin. And guitar I actually wanted to play, so I started playing in bands and jamming around, and then this happened, and here I am in Budapest today. So.
A few little details mixed in there, you know?
Yeah, you know.
I wasn't really into music at all until I turned about 10 or 11, and my dad turned me on to AC/DC and the Doobie Brothers, and got a guitar after that, and I guess, you know, fast forward like 10 years after that, here we are.
Uh, 2011, I was in 11th grade, and I had just recently got a possession. And I was grounded, and I was playing a lot of guitar. Sorry, this was 2010 actually, 10th grade. And I was on MySpace one day, and I came across this drummer who had crazy tracks on his little MySpace page. There's a death metal track and a jazz track, and I hit him up and I was like, hey, like, send me that death metal track. And so that night I wrote what was our first song over that, and I sent it to him, and then we got together and he was like, hey, we need another guitarist. Happened to know a guy, and I was like, oh, I know that guy too. That guy happened to be Scott. And Scott and I had went to school with each other all the way up from elementary school to high school. He was a year older, and then fast forward a couple years, I went to University of North Texas, and we met this guy through a mutual friend, and then here we are today. So yeah, just like local band jamming kind of things, you know? But yeah. We looked for...
Couldn't find a damn singer.
Yeah, well, we were looking for a singer for a while, and the reason why was because one year we played this, what was it, Firefest? And then I think it was Stray from the Path. They watched our set, and they were like, yo, this is really sick. We're gonna tell our label about it. They're signed to Sumerian. And that was like our dream label at the time when we were like 17. And so we got an email from Sumerian, and they were like, the only thing they said was, where's the singer? That was it. And so we were like, I guess we really need a singer now. And we didn't even know, we didn't really want one, but we just kind of needed one, and at the time, we persevered through that and ended up with none, which is the way that we like it. So.
I think we thought it was what we wanted for a little while, but given the music that we were playing at that time was written with vocals, and we were just playing it instrumentally, and it, you know, it floated the boat okay because the guitars were shreddy and it was busy, but I don't know, it just like, I don't know, it didn't wind up panning out that we even really clicked with a vocalist, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, when you're that young, you're pretty impressionable to like what people tell you should be doing, and so we're just like, I guess we need a singer now.
To get to where you think you want to go.
Yeah, because it's like we want to be in a band, we want to like get signed, we want to go on tour and all this stuff. It's just like, well, I'm super glad that we didn't end up with one, because now we can work with any singer we want. last night we were Bratislava. Is that how you say that?
I think so.
I've
Yeah.
never heard of that place in my life. I didn't know it was a place. And we showed up and they were so about it. Like they were screaming encore, encore, one more song. It's like, bro, like we're not headlining. We can't even give you another song. Like
Pretty small crowd too, like
Yeah.
relatively speaking.
but they
like,
were about it, you know, and it was just like cool. You know?
a lot of the crowds around here like aren't ashamed if there's not a crap load of people. They're not. It doesn't make a difference to them. There might as well be 1,000 people in there, and then if they dig it, they'll, you know, there's an exchange of energy that has been pretty much here every night, and like everyone's been super cool whether they knew about us or not. Super grateful to be here. Who was like even the first idea to be featured on there?
Well, before that, we had featured Aaron on the EP, but around that time was when we kind of really started getting into rap music. And on every rap album, there's like it's just all features, you know. And we were like, we should do that because that's hood as fuck, and like that would be sick. But then at the time, it was just like, hey, like these are all the players that like we look up to, and that are some of them are also our friends, you know. And it was just like, you know, I've always wanted to do a song with these people, so here we go, you know, and it happened that way, so.
We're getting warmer and warmer towards what it is that we want the show to feel like.
I'd rather people have fun at our shows instead of getting hit. You know what I mean? Like every time I'm at a show where there's a mosh pit, I just stay away from the mosh pit. I'm like not going anywhere near that, you know?
What's going on, guys? We're Polyphia. Let's have a good fucking time, shall we? Let's see those hands up.